Okay, we're back. Um, we're gonna head up to the... Oh wait, am I going the right way? The intent was to head up to the public dungeon here. And I didn't grab this guy. I missed a sky shard. And just kind of grab sky shards, delves, obvious kind of XP gains or ways of gaining points along the way. That's kind of the focus. Go around this way. Kind of the focus when you're leveling, or at least when I'm leveling. It's not just about grinding, it's about maximizing the time that you're spending. And if I'm clearing an area for delves, public dungeons, sky shards, dolmens technically is another one as well. The first time through you can clear, and dolmens is well, any type of the world events really. Those are things that at least to a degree you can control, because it's when the dolmen completes that you get your XP when someone clicks that last pinion. So a lot of times the Alakir dolmen train is a fairly well-known thing at this point. When you're doing those dolmen trains, typically I'll have a front bar set up so that I can actually fight while I'm completing or working through the dolmen, and my back bar is already pre-set up with the skills that I want to level. So typically 2 from each of my class tree. And then that way when the person goes to click that last pinion and complete the dolmen, right before that you just flip to your back bar, and then the dolmen completes and you get all of that XP that goes towards the skills on your back bar. And the weapon, whatever weapon you have equipped. So that's a fairly effective way of leveling, and of course being a dolmen, unless you're at really off-peak hours, there's almost always someone running, and of course peak hours it's going to be very busy, so the dolmen clears are... It's not even like you need to do anything. You can basically just kind of show up with the train, flip to the back bar right before they turn it in, and the bulk of your XP is going to come from just completing the dolmen without necessarily even needing to hit any of the mobs. Obviously you want to hit some of the mobs, otherwise you won't get credit for completing it, but you can usually tag enough just to get credit. Try to get a hit in on the last boss if you can. But usually during peak hours it's so busy, especially depending on your connection, it can be tough to actually get hits in. So let's see. World bosses I don't normally hassle with. It's just kind of more effort than it's worth when you're in a leveling stage, just because the gear that you're running really isn't optimized. You don't have any of the passives that you really should have. There's a lot of limitations. You can, certainly, if that's a challenge that you want to go through, but it's usually... it takes you a lot longer. Your chances of getting stomped are higher. So usually the world boss clearing, I will wait until the character is fully leveled and fully geared with passives, and then I'll just come back and I'll clear. Wait, is this guy not leveled? Oh wow, I'm not even leveled for speed.
What about the cult? You crazy old wizard!
Oh wait, I reset, didn't I? Crap, hold on. Yeesh. Makes a big difference. Assault level 3 you should be able to get just from literally going over to Cyrodiil and doing the training. Which normally there's an NPC waiting somewhere near the gate right when you first come over. When you reach level 10, you do the training, step through Fire the Siege, just go through step by step. It takes 10 minutes max, and that will normally get you to level 3, if not very close to level 3. And by doing that, in fact this might be unlocked even before level 3. Maybe it's level 3. It's pretty early on. it unlocks this, and this makes such a huge difference in your speed, having that major gallop at all times. This was a great change that they made. And it's 1 point. It's well worth it. It's definitely something you should have in while you're leveling. Notice the difference in speed now. When I did that reset, I forgot to put points back in that one, so that's one you want typically on the guild side while you're leveling. If you're questing, I also recommend going into Intimidating Presence and the corresponding Persuasive Will under Mages. Slowly running out of points. Both of these are going to make going through the quests easier. It allows you to kind of skip segments and kind of get through it more quickly. So dolmens, delves. Dolmens I probably wouldn't even necessarily hassle with if I was solo. It's not that you can't do them solo, but again, it's almost more effort than it's worth when you're in substandard gear, training gear. And I've got so many characters at this point that clearing this stuff just really isn't nearly as big of a priority as it used to be. Because after you've done the same zone, clearing the same zone over and over and over, not only is it a little boring, but it's also, you begin to realize it's not really necessary. Let me through. So gather the sky shards. If you don't want to do the delves, definitely grab the ones that are out in the open like this, because it's just going to add to the points that you're accumulating. You're going to want points when you do reach max level in order to be able to unlock the necessary active skills and any passives as well. Passives make a huge difference in this game. So we are heading up to the Vile Manse. I still remember when the was in, oh, here's another one. When it was in beta phase, might have been one of the earlier betas, because I was in the beta as well, but I think I was in one of the later groups that went through. There were people that went through and played the beta and played to the point, oh, morph, that's good. Played to the point where they were actually, trying to remember if they were reaching max level in beta, which seemed crazy to me. Deals more damage, less health enemies have. That's basically a built-in execute, so. This should be, oh, we're only at 1. Man, I gotta tell you, I gotta get rid of this thing, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is just better. I like it better. So we'll just put on, I guess we got that morphed. I want to bring it back, but I want to get this to morph first, and then we'll bring back, we'll bring it back. So we'll just move this here for now, and I want to put, see, we've got Daedric. Yeah, let's do Dark Exchange. Yeah, run with that for now. I'm used to light attack weaving, and that's a very elemental weapon, and what is that called? Crystal weapon. They both have the same reverse weave technique, and it feels very clunky because it works you basically, you cast the skill and then you light attack. And this game has conditioned a lot of us, anybody that light attack weaves, into you light attack and then you hit your skill. So it's like a brain fart trying to use those skills because they work exactly the opposite in order to have a smooth weave, which is, yeah, it's difficult. Plus, like I said, it just feels like the range of this is better. I'm gonna click on the bookshelves. Forgot I'm on a training character. If you're on a character who's training, always click on bookshelves. Can't emphasize that enough. As many as you see, because as you're training, see, I just got an increased dual wield. You're very, very likely to get skills. Very few things are maxed, so you're very, very likely to get easy leveling from bookshelves when you click on them. It may be, you know, woodworking or things that you may not want, but a lot of times it's weapon skills that you're using. There are times when it actually gives you, I'm not sure how they classify it, but basically it gives your entire class a level up, which is really nice. Where you'll see basically dark magic increased to, you know, maybe that'll go to level 31, and then right after that you'll see Daedric Summoning increase to level 31, Storm Calling increased to level 31, so it basically levels all 3 of your class lines by a complete level, which is really nice. You're getting, basically, I just clicked on these, you're triple your money's worth. You never know what you're gonna get, obviously, but if you're going through a new area especially, I'm getting medium armor increases. Great. Oh, here comes a warden. Alright, I'm just gonna go down here and click. Normally I'd stop and gather a bunch of food, but
Welcome. In doing so.
anyway, public dungeons are fun. And they're a great way to level, because they're well within... Wait, which way did he go? This way? Yeah. You gotta get, yeah. I want to make sure we have curse up. I mean, you see how much longer it's taking. To kill in training. When you're used to running through overland content with a fully leveled character, it's night and day. There's just no comparison. Why are these both green? What is going on? Oh, did I already start this? It looks like I already started it. Gotta have that surge up. Yeah, this is definitely somewhere where I want the other. Where you want whirlwind, you want that AoE to be able to finish people off. Okay, so we just came down here. I'm getting sidetracked. And I'm about to die. Kill the other boss. I think I've already killed this boss. It's weird. I don't remember going through this before, but... what? Oh, it's the wrong skill. Yeah, if you're coming into places like this, public dungeons especially, you want to make sure you have good AoE skills. Yeah, he's very happy. Because it's going to make that clear. Oh my God. Can't talk here. It's going to make the clear a lot quicker.
Yours if you slay him. Find the descent to the caves below. He is there.
I think I'm going to switch back. Yeah, it's going to lower my crit. Just do it this way, I guess. Buff up. Upper AoEs. The single target's great. It works well for like this. It's fine, but it takes so long to kill these people. Yeah. Oh, you know what I just realized? What a dum-dum. This is giving me my major brutality and sorcery. Wait, what did they do to this? Oh, right. They made this an AoE. Okay. Yeah, okay, so they're increasing the length and the amount of healing too. So I am still getting healing. I just wanted to verify that it was still giving me some healing. This works way better. And the various recovery and cost reduction that I've got in there actually seems like it helped a bit too. What? Oh, see that? See that hit? See that hit? That's the panels. That's what you want to make sure you pay attention to. It's a great grinding set, but if you're not paying attention and you don't have incoming healing to counter the it can sneak up on you, for sure. Yeah, it's nice. Skill wield increased to 27. Good deal. There are a few of the of these public dungeons that there are a number of them that you can kind of go through, and especially once you're leveled, there's basically none there that are going to really pose a huge amount of difficulty if you've played the game for any amount of time and have reasonable skills. But there are definitely a few that I think, unless you were around in the beginning and have the history to know how things used to be set up, One of the ones that hilariously often sneaks up on people is there's a public dungeon in Cold Harbor that if you've gone through a lot of the other public dungeons, you're thinking, you know, whatever. And you get to that one, and it's not like it's a group dungeon level, but the way that they've got the dungeon set up, there's a lot of CC, and the mob damage is significant. So they're not all equal, I guess is what I'm saying. Clearing out some zones. Alright, well. That guy just clocked me. I'm in Norvir. When you're running this one, by the way, this particular dungeon is a 2 level. So I'm on the upper level right now. You can see it's kind of spread out all over the place. This Sky Shard is down on the lower level, and this lower level is something that once you fall through, it's a pit, basically. Get rid of Barky McFuzzalot. It's a pit. I'm not gonna fall down. As you can kind of see there, that you fall down, but once you fall down, you can't get back up without completely restarting, coming back in. So I always kind of move my way. They start you around here somewhere. I take out the boss, pick up the quest, take out the other boss, and then work my way around here, take out the boss, come around here. I think there's another quest somewhere around here you get. Keep going, get this boss, come down here, more quest, get this is the group challenge, and then come back up this path here and go to where this pit is and then drop down, because otherwise you'll miss out on a lot of the bosses. The switch here too, and I can show you one of the add-ons that's been around fairly early into the game. It's called Destinations. It's a great add-on. It's got a ton of stuff in there. Called Destinations, and let's see, Destinations in here. If you go into achievement positions, it's actually the very first thing. These are like drop lists. You can see there's a ton of stuff in here. But in this add-on under achievement positions, dungeon champions show incomplete and completed. So those are both on, and I switch it to the pre-colored skull because it shows basically green and red. So red are bosses within the public dungeons that are not you haven't completed, you haven't killed, and then the green ones are ones that you've killed. And these are, each one of these show up as an achievement. These people are gonna start fighting me again. Yeah, I'm not sure what you get in terms of XP, but I know people actually use public dungeons for grinding too. The public dungeons are not instanced though, so you are going to be potentially, if you're in peak hours especially, you're going to be, if you're doing it for grinding and leveling, you're going to be fighting other people in here as well, so they're going to be potentially taking your kills. Yeah, there comes that thing. Look at it almost kill me. Need to go this way, but come on, Crit Surge, heal me. Yeah, with this set, maybe I should put Vigor on my bar. So you can see from the map here, I've taken these guys out. I think I'm partway through here because I didn't, like, I got down to here or something. This one isn't done yet. So that's the direction we're headed. Somebody went through before me. See this person running through. They are skipping the boss though. If you're going for those achievements, because it is instance, other people can come through and potentially kill the bosses. And as a result, the bosses normally are on a 10-minute respawn. So it can be a little frustrating with other people coming through because it's not instanced if you're going for completion. You get it the first time through. So you see under my achievements here. Let's see, character. Public dungeons. Okay. Here, the Vilemance. Beat all the champions in the Vilemance. What? Vanquisher. Beat 3 of the champions. Oh, Village of the Lost. That's the one I was talking about in Cold Harbor. So it looks like the only thing I missed for some reason is the... That's weird. I search for... I missed the group event. It says I've actually defeated all the other bosses. I could have skipped these guys. But we need to get the group event. Because that's a full point just by itself, plus it's the achievement. Weird. I must have gotten interrupted or something. Normally I run these things through to completion. Start to finish all in the same instance. I don't do partial. Because then you'd have to come back through all these mobs again like I'm having to do now. Summon, Storm, Atronach, and Enemy Morph. So we'll morph that to Raider. My preference. Oh, hi. Maybe I'll just run through these mobs. They'll probably kill me, but... Hi. Yeah. Good chance I'm dying here. Yeah. Womp womp. Alright. It's fine. More bookshelves down here too. Let's get crazy. Okay. This is the last part of the quest. Just got a bow increase from clicking on those. It's just easy leveling. There's no reason not to. There are some delves that have just a boat ton of bookshelves in them, so it can be kind of a pain to have to click on them all. I mean, it's to each their own. But generally speaking, if you see a bookshelf, just take the extra 10 seconds to click through a bunch of them, and you're gonna gain you're gonna gain leveling from it. So a single target. Better here. Man. Okay. So now it should give me the achievement, Vileman's group event. So that should complete all the Vileman stuff. Now these things don't, I think there's some sort of caching going on as far as the add-ons, so they don't immediately update, but as long as you see that, the thing that just showed up and you can see it here in the actual achievements, you're good. It just, that should show up correctly in a little bit or coming back to visit. Run through these guys again. If I can get all the way up to the hole without dying. No, don't kill me. No, wrong way. Gotta go this way. Look at this. Look at this. They're still shooting me. A mile underground. That's very suspicious.
In the ruins of the swallowed
Eh, see? Jim.
That is where you
Oh, it's not Cunningham. It's Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings?
and the Ogmai
Who's Tigger?
continue.
Cunningham?
Yourself is better.
Or Cummings? One of those. I think I said Cunningham before.
But he will never be an ageless one.
Don't kill me. Stabby the Dino. I mean, plus who doesn't like... This is just, the skill itself is so much more satisfying to use. Sky Shard. Oh, I just realized he was cleared too, wasn't he? Of course he was, because I cleared all these. So is this guy. So I can literally just run. Oh, he's upset. I can run through all of this. I'll put this on for some protection. Probably should throw a shield on or something. Or vigor. You get down to the lower levels, you can go either direction, basically. I don't care if I die, I'm just trying to get down to the end. Save me, sir. I'm not a noob, honest. I just don't care. If I had to clear the bosses, then I'd probably work my way through this, but... Plus, that guy just came from this direction, so it should be cleared for us. Gotta stop for the runestones, though. Heavy sacks. Any heavy sacks? No? Okay. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just... your average spelunker. Don't mind me. Still got a marker here, so it's still expecting me to... I haven't completed it. As far as the main quest. There's a main quest that you get at the very end here. That guy straight ahead. Gracchus. What's this? What's up?
I've waited for so long.
Okay, drop this. Start stabbing him. Rocky Zap Zap will sit there and just work on him while I'm stuck in this sequence. And then training, so I might even have to go through 2 of these. Nope, kill him. Okay, good enough. What are you doing? You are super concerned about doing your job. I gave you a free pass. Alright, so we gotta click on this. And here is basically where I can go through now. I want to level dual wield. So I'm on the front bar. Switch out. So it's putting the skills I want to level on that bar. And then this is the quest turn in. I talk to him.
And so the Infinium becomes.
And here's, it doesn't look like much in terms of the gold, but this is basically, for this particular public dungeon, this is one of 2 major first-time completion quests. So this is actually a good amount of XP. I also, before I turn this in, I want to make sure that I have my cake. I can potentially even... Why not? So put an experience scroll on as well. So I've got double XP from the scroll, double XP from here, and then the scroll's 50%. I'm cheap on the scrolls, but it actually helps. So running a scroll is a good way to level too while you're doing this. So I'm on the right bar, I've got my cake, got the scroll on, and then we turn in.
You have proven most useful.
Kicked us almost to level 31, and that's just one, not all of them. Most of them have 2. What I found, there are a couple that only have a single quest, but it's roughly the same amount of XP that you get from the 2. So most of them give you around the same XP. For this one, you gotta be careful. I don't know why they do this. Because I left my leveling bar on, specifically so I wouldn't have to swap it out again. But occasionally I'll come out here and they've got crocodiles that are just waiting. And if they aggro, which they did, I'm on my leveling bar, so I can't really fight them. I can just think about punching them in the face ineffectively. Get up here. I'm just gonna turn it in. There, I turned it in. Now I'm getting chewed on, but I still turn it in. So screw you, Crocky. She was the other half of the quest. There, I'm just gonna ignore him. So that's it. Completed the Valmance. It's actually, I kind of ran through it a little more quickly, but it's a fun public dungeon. We're getting increases to the class skill lines, to the heavy armor. Everything that you're seeing now is a result of, since these were all class tree skills, it leveled up. So this is now level 31, 31, 31. So it's leveling them evenly, and you're getting a good chunk of XP to the skill lines as well as the actual individual skills too. One of our bookshelves picked up destruction staff, so it unlocked that. We won't probably be using that on this build, maybe on the tank, but not on the DPS. Then again, who knows? Everything's getting hybridized, so maybe we'll do something with like dual wield on the front and a lightning staff on the back bar, something like that, just for fun. Go back to our other one, and we can claim our level 31. He's very pleased with this progress. Yeah, leveling can be a bit tricky when you're doing it this way. It's sometimes, depending on the class, it's hard to find a balance of skills that are useful that you want to level, but still allow you to allocate 1 or 2 per class tree so you can level evenly. Oh, we didn't grab this over here, really? Okay, let's go grab this sky shard. And with... They've made some updates, but with Sork specifically, for a number of years, there were just so few skills that were useful on the stamina side. I think it's still kind of short. It's certainly better than it used to be, but there's still... Sork was always... When the game was released, you could tell... Oh, look at what it did. It put those back on my bar. I forgot I swapped them out. It was play as you want, but there was definitely preconceived notions when it came to the classes when they were released. The Nightblade was the assassin, sneak thief. The Dragon Knight was the tank. The Sork was the magic user. The Templar was traditional Templar. Trying to think if I'm missing something. I think that's all that was upon release. Those are the classes that came out. So they each kind of, you could play them differently, but you could tell the design was such that they intended them to be used for certain roles. So Sork was originally designed as a magic user, a mage, a casting mage. And so they didn't really take into account stamina or using stamina, what are in the game now stamina weapons. Melee, basically, on that particular class. And so it was kind of, there was a lot of afterthought adjustments being made over the years to say, okay, what can we do to make this better for stamina? So it's not just Magicka users. Alright, well, I think that's probably a good place to wrap. This was just, again, just farting around trying to get a little bit of leveling done while we've got the double XP going on. Give a little more insight into my leveling process. I think it's a good way to level. There's definitely ways to do it to be more efficient. And there's ways that you can do it, like the grinding through Skyreach, which are very, very inefficient. But, you know, to each their own. Some people don't really care to take this much time or put this much detail into nitpicking your way through individual skills and making sure everything's balanced and that kind of thing. I get it. But this is the way I typically do it, and it's actually worked well. I have 100+ characters to show for it, so I needed some sort of a system to be able to level both fast and effectively, and this is pretty effective. So I'm gonna wrap it. It's been close to 2 hours, and it's kind of winding down to our evening time, so this seems like a good spot to wrap. Might do some more tomorrow. We'll kind of see what Good Life is up to. Hopefully she's out of the swamps by then, and maybe we can take on, I know I discussed the oh, we got a friend. Discussed running through the latest prologue quest to see what that was like, just because it'd be new content. Get a brief introduction into the new chapter. So, yeah. Gonna wrap. And we'll see you around next time.